$1 billion to address homelessness in the state of California.
No bigger issue. I mean, issue of housing and homelessness, affordability, people feeling we're past the point of frustration, a crisis, legit crisis. I don't use the word crisis as often as others because I think we dilute the word. You can't, I think, look at the issue of homelessness and not call it what it is, a crisis. But it's all conditioned. We want to, as they say, pay for performance. And what we need to see at the local level is stepped up efforts and no longer funding failure. I don't want to fail more efficiently. And no one does, and no one wants to waste money.
Let's call it what it is. It's a disgrace that the richest state in the richest nation, succeeding across so many sectors, is falling so far behind to properly house, heal, and humanely treat so many of its own people. Every day, the California dream is dimmed by the wrenching reality of families, of children, and seniors living unfed on a concrete bed. We own this. The world we're experiencing is happening on our watch. You can sit there and point fingers, abdicate responsibility, but we have agency. We can shape the future. Decisions, not conditions, will determine that fate and future. So we decided last year to do things differently. For those that are sick and tired of hearing from people like me at events like this, but to not see things substantively improve, I recognize that frustration. I see it every single day. These encampments in California are unacceptable. The dirty streets in the state are unacceptable. The graffiti in the state is unacceptable. We have to do more and we have to do better. But I want folks to know this. We're not continuing to do what we've done. We're doing things we've never done in the state's history. We are targeting interventions, targeting partnerships, and holding all of us to a higher level of accountability.
Money is not the solution. More is not better. Better is better. Smart strategies, intentionality, focusing as we must. We put $750 million specifically for encampments. It wasn't $1 3 years ago. We're giving the cities and counties money for encampments. We're giving them unprecedented amount of money on an annual basis for flexible funding, that $1 billion that we announced this week, but we're acquiring something for the first time in return, and that's a damn plan and accountability. I care about this state. I care about our reputation. I care that people can't afford to live here, can't afford to raise their family here. I care that people visit here and go, what the hell's going on with the encampments and what's going on the streets and sidewalks? Forgive me, but this triggers a lot of intensity for me because it's about people's lives. People are dying on our watch. People are dying on the streets. And we all have a responsibility to do better, all of us.
I'm not trying to point fingers, but my gosh, the state has never done more in its history. We've flooded the zone. It's time to move on from stale talking points. I'm not interested. I'm just not, as a taxpayer, not just governor, I'm not interested in funding failure anymore. I'm not. I won't. Time to do your job. People are dying on their watch. Dying on their watch. How do people get reelected? Look at these encampments. They're a disgrace. They've been there years and years and years and years. I've heard that same rhetoric for years. People are dying. There's no compassion in denying what the hell's going on in the streets and sidewalks. They need to step up. Enough of the rhetoric. I'm serious. Enough of the rhetoric. People are dying in this state. It is a disgrace. It is one of the principal reasons people are so angry. They don't trust politicians. They don't like what they see. I'm sorry to get so intense about it. It's a moral issue. They need to do their job. And if they can't do it, let me know. Just say we give up. And then we'll intervene.
Look, I'm down to my bottom 10 months left in office. And, the next 10 weeks, with respect, I'm not interested in a May revise that reflects funding failure more efficiently. And that's what people demand. That's what they want. That's what I demand. That's what I want. I'm a taxpayer first. And a frustrated one at times when it comes to this topic. And no one's been a bigger critic of this than I have. And that means I'm held to a higher level of accountability than anybody. I get that. And you know what? I'm proud of that.